Okay, I'm Elizabeth Lloyd. I go by Lisa, and I'm a professor in the History and Philosophy of Science department at Indiana University. I've taught out on the West Coast at University of California, San Diego, and Berkeley for 9 years. And I do philosophy of science, and in particular philosophy of evolutionary biology. Well, I've been very impressed with how David Sloan Wilson wants to apply the notion of evolutionary mismatch to human applications, because the fascinating thing about the concept of evolutionary mismatch is that it allows you to look at a contemporary trait that is clearly not doing anybody any good as far as a human trait. And it may look very destructive or disadvantageous or lacking in fitness consequence, a bad fitness consequence. And we may say that's a disease, or that's maladaptive, or that's really stupid thing to do. Why would anybody do that? And the thing about these mismatch explanations is that when properly executed, if it turns out to be an evolutionary mismatch, you can take an evolutionary view on that very same trait that's defined as a disease in one count, and you realize with the evolutionary perspective that it's not a disease at all. It's an adaptation to the Pleistocene environment or our ancestral environment that is appearing in our modern environment, and the modern environment does not fit that trait. It's a bad fit in the modern environment. It is not a disease. It's a bad fit in the modern environment, which totally changes the set of alternatives and approaches that you can have for how to deal with the trait, I think. And that's what I really like about this project. That's why I think mismatch is important to understand. And that's why I think that understanding human mismatches and applying evolutionary theory to human mismatches is going to be real advanced, because instead of seeing a particular trait as a deformity or as a dysfunction or as a disease, the light is shed on it that it's not actually any of those things. It's a trait that was an adaptation or was neutral in the past, and in the present environment, it's really not doing you any good at all.